Now, there are a number of people who will tell you it's a big don't to date in the office. If it doesn't work out, it's going to be totally awkward. Office mates will get involved and you'll have to see the person every day. And then you'll meet people who will say, go for an office romance. It's so hard to meet people, and the office is a great place to make connections. I thought it would be fun to have a little date debate, since there are a number of issues in dating that are not black and white. Today's date debate is office romance, do or don't. Which side are you on? I'm Andrea Surtash, and this is On Dating. Would you date someone you work with?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. If she's cool.
I would not. Not where I work. Just asking for trouble.
It's not ideal, but I think love is more important than work.
Dating someone you work with makes going to work a lot more fun.
Yeah, it's just a big no. Anyone with common sense would not do it.
Probably yes. I mean, that's an easy way in the city to meet people.
We're joined today by Krista, who thinks it's a great thing to date in the office, and Matt, who thinks it's a huge mistake. So Krista is one of those people who thinks the office is a great place to meet some connections.
I do. I think it's a fantastic place. I mean, you spend so much time in the office. You really get to know your coworkers so well. You get to see how they react to things, and you really just get a sense of who they are. So why wouldn't you? It's so much better than going out to a bar or just being set up. It's a fantastic place to meet people.
Fantastic place, and I like your thinking, but Matt, you feel differently. So what are your thoughts on that?
Just the exact same thing that she said. You spend so much time there. That's exactly the reason why you don't want to essentially, contaminate the place you spend like the bulk of your life at. Big mistake. Do not date in the office.
Krista, do you want to respond to the contamination?
Well, I think that by getting to know your coworker, you can really see how they'll react to things. So you'll know if they're going to be mature, if there's a breakup. I think you get a sense of how they'll react. I don't think it's contaminating the office in any way. If you guys are both adults and can act maturely, I think you'd be okay.
So Matt, do you think that people can stay adult and mature about this if it doesn't work out?
I'd say people can be mature and adult when relationships go bad. You shouldn't count on it. And that's why you should always think worst case scenario, and that's why you shouldn't date in the office.
Have you had a bad experience? What has led you to this place? Tell us about that.
Well, I did have a bad experience. I dated someone super cool in my office. It didn't work out. We broke up, and that just pretty much, it was like a nuclear reactor melted down in the office. You didn't want to go there anymore.
Did everybody get involved?
Not everybody, but there definitely were. People took sides, and that kind of made things weird.
So Krista, what would you say about that when people take sides?
Right, I think that you should probably be discreet when you're dating in the office. I don't think you need to involve all of your office mates. I mean, that just sounds like you're adding your own drama. I think that you can be mature and be quiet about your relationship, and if it ends, you can act respectfully.
Have you had personal experience on the good side dating in the office?
Absolutely. I've met 2 long-term relationships from the workplace. They were fantastic. We didn't have any problems. And one of my best friends married her husband, who she met at work. So I think that it's just a really good way to get a sense of who you're getting into a relationship with.
Good points on both sides. Krista, thanks for sharing your perspective, which is a really nice, healthy one, I think. And Matt, thanks for sharing yours, which can be probably a very realistic one on another level. So thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
So whether or not you think dating in the office is a good idea, I do have some do's and don'ts to share with you, so you're smart about it. 1, don't blab to the whole office the night you first hook up. Confide in your friends in the real world. 2, figure out if it's a fun roll in the hay or if you see long-term potential. If it's fun sex, it may not be worth the risk, but if it's looking like you may have a future with your office mate, it may be worth exploring. 3, and finally, if it's explicitly stated in your contract that office romance is a no-no, ask yourself, is it worth losing your job over your crush? Maybe. So what do you think? Weigh in at onnetworks.com. And remember, even a bad date makes a great story. So get out there and always have fun. Thanks for watching On Dating. I'm Andrea Sertash. See you next time.